sports fans will have to double screen tonight as 4 Canadian teams kick off their NHL seasons, including the Leafs. For the latest, let's go live to CTV's Scott Hurst. Scott, it's been quite the summer for Canadian sports as the Blue Jays wrap up their historic season. But what does this mean for Canadian teams on the ice heading into the season?
Yeah, Jamie, you mentioned double screen, maybe triple, because, of course, the Jays are still playing. So the sea of blue that's enveloped Toronto will have to add some Leafs jerseys now as the puck drops on a new season for Toronto. And the NHL season has already gotten underway, Jamie. And even before the Leafs or any other Canadian team takes to the ice, we've seen a lot of action, a lot of excitement already. Of course, unfortunately, for Leafs fans hearing this, Florida Panthers raising their banner, winning back-to-back Stanley Cups, and we've already seen some players drop the gloves, so it appears the players are ready to go. Now, of course, as you mentioned, there'll be some classic matchups tonight. Toronto will take on Montreal, and then there'll be the Battle of Alberta. Edmonton will face off against Calgary. So, of course, the big question, Jamie, for the Leafs, what will life be like after Mitch Marner? And the second big question, can Austin Matthews stay healthy? Can he get back to form and score close to or, a good amount of goals once again to really put this team on his back? As we mentioned, without the offense throughout the regular season of Mitch Marner. And, of course, we all know that it's not regular season success that'll define this team. It will be ultimately how they do in the postseason. But, of course, this is when it gets going. Fans are excited for the home opener tonight against the Montreal Canadiens. And as I mentioned, for other Canadian hockey fans, the Battle of Alberta to kick things off. And if you're a fan of one of the other Canadian franchise, Jamie, you'll have to wait one more sleep to get your teams off to the start of the new NHL regular season.
What else should be looking out for? Obviously, there's been quite a few changes with Canada's teams going into the season.
Yeah, Jamie, the big one to focus on, of course, not so much a change, but a constant is Connor McDavid. Now that they can put his contract talk behind him, now that he's signed on again with the Edmonton Oilers for a very reasonable deal, considering he is the best player on the planet. And, of course, can Edmonton get back to the Stanley Cup Finals again and ultimately overcome the fact that they haven't been able to win it the last 2 times? And for the other team in Ontario, the Ottawa Senators and Montreal Canadiens, for that matter, as well, both of those teams really now looking to build on some of the playoff success they had last year. Both teams getting into the playoffs and now looking to prove that they belong in the playoffs. And ultimately, for those teams, the rebuild is over. Now they have to prove, like the Leafs can do, they're not just good in the regular season, but can they now translate that into some playoff success, Jamie?
That's CTV's Scott Hurst. Thanks for the updates.
Thanks, Jamie.